So, Your Excellency, all of us here are very excited that the FII is here in Tokyo, and you are here in Tokyo. And we have heard that this year is the 70th anniversary since Saudi and Japan established diplomatic relationship. And I kind of think that it's a testament that how you think Japan is important from your perspective, I think. In the last session, people were talking about fragmented world. However, everybody was saying that collaboration between nations that share the same values is very crucial, very important. Navigate growth, navigate sustainable world, navigate climate change. So I think you have been established very good relationship in Asia, partnership in Asia, and also Japan. And I would like to first ask, what kind of relationship you value in Asia, in Japan, and also moving into the future, what kind of relation you want to see from Asia and Japan?
Great. First of all, thank you very much for hosting us.
Yes.
Why we brought FII to Tokyo? For many different reasons. Reason number one, I really love to come to Tokyo. So that's the first thing. And I was telling you yesterday, my whole family is really jealous because they've never been to Japan before. So hopefully the next time I'm here, I will bring the whole family to enjoy the country, the culture, the people, and also the civilization of Japan. Japan is a main partner for us. About 39% of the oil imports is coming from Saudi Arabia. The relationships, to your earlier point, started about 70 years ago in 1955. So it has been there for a very long time. And it's not only oil. You mentioned the Japanese, the Arab company.
Yes.
And Al-Khafji, which was one of your first transactions with the Saudi company or Saudi-Japanese company, but it's not the only one. I see a lot of faces in here, either Japanese companies who are working in Saudi or Saudi partners who are partnering up with Japanese entities. We have been investing for quite some time, since 2017, in Japan. We have invested from 2017 to 2024 about $11.5 billion. And we expect this number to go higher to about 27 billion by the end of 2030. Of course, this would have a direct contribution to the Japanese GDP of about 6.7 billion until 24, and hopefully it will go to about 16.6 by the end of 2030. And with that, there is some job creation, which is something very important. I mean, some of our investments are in the public markets, but some of them are in private markets. And with new money coming in, or new funds, these new funds usually create jobs. Our non-deal roadshow last year have resulted 5 MOUs signed with different financial institutions, including yours, and it worth up to about 51 billion US dollar. Also, we worked with your bank on introducing the first Saudi ETF And hopefully this would grow further, especially with what's happening right now in Japan, which is a transformation from saving-based economy or consumer to an investment-based consumer. I think we should have, or we should give more accessibility for the Japanese investment community to see what they can do within the Saudi market. Of course, Asia is big for us. It's not only from the oil and petrochemicals and also the agriculture, but it's where most of the innovations in the world are basically initiated in Asia. So we want to have better ties, better relationships, better procurement process, access to the supply chain between us and the Asian countries. And Japan, I think, at some stage, it was one of the largest partners for Saudi Arabia. And we want to get that back by bringing in more and more companies, Japanese companies, to come and work with us with the Saudi ecosystem.
From your perspective, from what you want to see, like for Japanese company investing in Saudi, what kind of areas do you expect for Japanese companies to invest, actually?
I mean, it could be in different areas. If you look at what we're trying to do, every 5 years at the PIF, we do a strategy refresh. So our latest strategy, and it was approved by our board recently, and I'm going to have the offsite for the next 4 days in Red Sea to discuss exactly that. So the 6 different ecosystems that we're looking to actively invest in is tourism, travel and entertainment as one ecosystem, urban development and livability as the second ecosystem. Then advanced manufacturing and innovation, which is something that we can collaborate more with different Japanese entities. Also, the 4th ecosystem that we're interested in is in the industrials and logistics. The 5th one is the clean energy and renewable infrastructure, in addition to whatever we are doing currently with the oil and gas. And the 6th ecosystem is NEOM, which is by itself is called not a mega project, but a giga project. It's so vast, so big, and very much innovative. So all of these ecosystems, I think we can work if we want to work between PIF and the Japanese companies. But if you look at the macro view, which is the Saudi economy, it could be in all other sectors too. I mean, I mentioned the entertainment, and I did discuss this with you maybe yesterday during our dinner. We grew up, like in Saudi, watching some of the best cultural things, like anime, like video games, and most of these were coming in to us from Japan. We now working in Al Qiddiya to bring one of the first anime theme parks in Riyadh. So I think the doors are open. There is a political will coming in from us in Saudi Arabia to invite the whole world to come to us. So I think all sectors are welcome to work with us, and hopefully we are welcomed in our investments in all sectors in Japan.
How about, we were talking about critical minerals, but the critical minerals are very crucial for AI in the AI era, EVs. Although currently we depend a lot on one country, but in any event, I think you are also exploring opportunities that critical minerals. So how about that area?
Yeah, one of the companies that I chair is called Saudi Mining Company or Ma'aden. And we have been spending, I think we were like the biggest spender when it comes to exploration, because what we have in Saudi Arabia, I think more than $2.5 trillion worth of different minerals, including critical or rare earth minerals. So in addition to the gold, to the copper, we have today about 6 to 7% of the world reserve when it comes to uranium, cobalt, which is used in EVs and batteries, and many other minerals. And in fact, what we've done, we brought in all the exploration efforts from Aramco, because they've done the whole thing, but they were looking only for oil and gas, but they do have the data. And in my capacity as chairman here and a chairman there, I got the two companies to work together. And now we are shortening the time for exploration. We know exactly the sites. We're using a lot of AI and data to get to the right sites. I think Saudi Arabia could be a good partner to Asia and Japan in particular when it comes to the supply chain and the critical minerals. We have, in Saudi Arabia, for instance, we created an automobile cluster. And in this automobile cluster, we have a number of different car manufacturers. We have Lucid, we have Seer, we have Hyundai, and also we're working with Pirelli and the tires, and we're working with other Chinese companies when it comes to building the batteries. On top of that, on top of the mineral, we are really big on the renewable energy. And when I say renewable energy, I'm talking about the solar power, and I'm talking about the wind turbines. And we manufacture in all of these components in Saudi Arabia, in addition to generating the power through the renewable energy.
Thank you very much. In the morning, we had talks from Koike-san, Governor of Tokyo, also Katayama-san, Minister of Finance, and Akazawa-san, Minister of Economy Trade. What kind of impression did you get? What were your thoughts on?
It was really three very good comments and speeches, and I think what Japan is trying to do right now is really great, transforming the whole society from a saving-based society to an investment society. And of course, with that comes some kind of inflation, which is not always necessarily a bad thing. In fact, I think with contained inflation, you would have definitely growth, right? And to the notes by the Minister of Finance, she said that the market cap of the Japanese market doubled up or tripled up in the last 10 or 9 years, which is something very, very impressive. And I think we should continue on reforming whatever regulations or laws that is becoming a hurdle of the business community to invest either domestically or some of the international investors to come and invest in here in Japan.
Thank you very much. We're kind of running out of time a little bit, but I would like to ask Your Excellency, in the world of AI, how can we work together to shape the intelligent age together?
Absolutely. I mean, AI, a lot of people, when they think about AI, all they think about is the GPUs and the top layer of apps, the likes of ChatGPT, Perplexities, or DeepSeek. But AI, it's not only the infrastructure and the apps. What really power AI is energy.
Yes.
And with the amount of the buildup of data centers that we're seeing right now, not only in the US, but the whole world, I think the energy consumption will increase in exponentially over years. So one of the things that we're trying to work on, since we have access to cheaper energy when it comes to the fossil fuel through oil and also gas, and top of that, very cheap solar. We brought the cost for the solar generation per kilowatt hour to less than 1 cent in Saudi Arabia, which is unprecedented. So the proposition that we have right now for the whole world is to make Saudi Arabia your data center. Because we're very well positioned to be an AI hub for the world. It's the good thing about it is, I mean, if you look at countries like Japan or even Korea, you would have limited access to cheaper energy. Yes. And at the same time, in some cases, you would have limited access to land uses for the data centers. This can be sorted out in Saudi by having your data centers over there, and the actual uses is in here. So in addition to all the innovation and the R&D and the other things that we can work in together.
Thank you very much. Unfortunately, we were running out of time. I think everybody enjoyed your insights. But last one. From a cultural perspective, what do you like most in Japan? From a cultural perspective, what do you like most in Japan?
So many things. I mean, the food is one. Food? Of course, you know, the Japanese culture, as we learned about it since we were little children, has a lot of similarity with the Arabic culture. Of course, one of the things that I would like to do is to come here and ski.
Yes.
Okay. So that's one of the things. So, and I will wait for my family to join me in here and to enjoy the whole Japanese culture.
Hope to see you skiing here in Japan.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was great.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.